If an opportunity does not knock, you have to build a door.
If you don't build your dreams, someone else will hire you to build theirs.
This generation can do much better than our generation because they are so creative. I would like to see a generation that is going to be self-sufficient, a generation that can go out there and create whatever they want.
Eskom Simama Ranta takes schools through moments. The first moment consists of the school's ongoing work, which speaks to the 11 principles. This work represents the most important impact of Eskom Simama Ranta. In order to create a culture of entrepreneurship, the Eskom Simama Ranta Awards program speaks to South Africa's #1 challenge, which is youth unemployment. The second moment of Eskom Simama Ranta competition is when the schools hear about the awards program and start to prepare their entry. The school compile a portfolio of evidence that is responsive to the 11 principles. The third moment is when the 9 provincial panels work through the entries received. These provincial panels select the provincial winner, first runner-up, and second runner. The fourth moment of Eskom Simama Ranta is when the national panel work through the 9 provincial winning schools in order to select the national winning school. The fifth moment of Eskom Simama Ranta is when the 28 schools travel to Johannesburg for Eskom Simama Ranta Competition Awards event. The sixth moment of Eskom Simama Ranta follows the awards event closely, when the winning schools prepare their exhibits, followed by a 3-day Eskom Simama Ranta Expo. This happens while everybody participates within the Eskom Simama Ranta workshops presented at the Expo. The aim of the Expo is to move the delivery of effective in-school entrepreneurship education. The seventh moment of Eskom Simama Ranta is the awards function for all the 28 being held within each of their respective provinces. The aim is to recognize the achievement of the 28 schools, while it positions the school to be recognized as models of good practice in the delivery of in-school entrepreneurship education. The ninth moment represents the execution of the projects by the schools through the utilization of the awards money. Then the competition cycle starts again.
In 2010, we started with the Eskom Simama Ranta, which is a national schools competition that assesses schools in terms of 11 principles. So the strategy was to get the learners to have a basic experience of what entrepreneurship is, and then to escalate them that they into a second stage where they balance the theoretical component with practical application, and then in the third stage to run a fully fledged business.
I understand that our country has a problem of employment. So if our learners are engaged in entrepreneurial education, they will promote self-employment.
Entrepreneurship education is important because right from an early age, they are exposed to the fact that they have it within them to start something and start something big, irrespective of where they come from.
An entrepreneur is a holistic person. Everything is holistic about it. We're always looking to make sure that we get better and better and better, and that the learners actually develop the right kind of skills and knowledge. The attitude is there, the passion is there, but it's the knowledge and the skills that will take it forward, because ultimately we're aiming for the bigger picture, which is looking at the unemployment rates, which is astronomical in South Africa and the world over.
Effective entrepreneurship education is based upon clear understanding and communication of what the word entrepreneurship means for the school, as it is applied to all related initiatives of the school. Such an understanding is comprehensive to include thinking, feeling, and behavior.
Entrepreneurship education is a way of life. It is basically, you can treat it as a subject area in school, but it's really a way of life.
We have 11 principles that we preach in terms of this entrepreneurship. As long as you are able to talk to those 11 principles, then you're qualified to participate here.
Now this eWord program has really come to our rescue. So this program has really empowered especially our learners.
Entrepreneurship education is about teaching young people or whoever is involved in an initiative of entrepreneurship education to be creative, to be innovative. It also says you need to be willing to live with uncertainty.
If this entrepreneurship is introduced in our schools, it will take our learners to the next level.
This kind of clothes are wasted. So we came up with an idea, hey, why not do something of it? So one of our members bended it, knitted it, and actually made a bow tie that came out like this, which was amazing.
They submit a portfolio of evidence that indicates how the school responds to the 11 principles. The competition is completely open, because in the end we want to have a culture of entrepreneurship among school learners.
Effective entrepreneurship education utilizes good content, syllabi materials within the classroom across various subjects as it relates to the curriculum assessment policy statement of Department of Basic Education.
We've got entrepreneurship in the curriculum where entrepreneurship is an outcome of every technical subject. Whether you're an electrician or whether you're going to become a welder and you're going to have your own business, you have to be able to manage that business. So the entrepreneurial skills are important.
Learners are creative. They just need to be given the opportunity. What I want to see this program doing in the schools is to give children skills.
We have embraced this project. It does not only bring the best for the school, but it brings out the best in the learners themselves. They can be empowered in using the skills that they gain out of entrepreneur education.
Effective entrepreneurship education is dependent on the educator's ability to follow innovative teaching approaches that align itself to facilitation rather than instruction.
speaks to improving the school environment. I mean, we've been in various situations where learners out of their Entrepreneur's Day activities have actually also improved the school environment, whether it's the classroom or whether it's in the playground. We've got to be constantly looking at how do we do the same thing differently. And I think that goes without saying when we look at the definition of an entrepreneur. If you have a motivated learner, half your battle is won, because that learner will achieve regardless.
Effective entrepreneurship education ensures continuous educator development within the field of entrepreneurship education, and it provides incentives for those educators who are in pursuit of such excellence.
In terms of advice to learners or to the schools is that if, for example, they've got a sports event, the sports event is maybe on a Saturday, it's an extramural, but the Yes Club can come in terms of entrepreneurship by selling hot dogs, so they make it a big, they have cheese and yama, they fry, they sell things, they get so it becomes a big thing. And there are many examples within the school setup whereby they don't have to go and create their own activities, where they can fit into the framework of the school, but then we need to see the entrepreneurship come through.
Effective entrepreneurship education links in-school curriculum work with extramural activities where learners are able to apply and practice the theory through practical activities.
To welcome Rondebelt High or Secondary School from Gauteng. Welcome to your Yes Simama Ranta competition interview session.
As you can see from the screen, there is a 2016 executive committee, which includes grade 8s who are adventurers, grade 9s who are pioneers, grade 10 executive members and members who are champions, as well as grade 11 who are entrepreneurs.
At class, when we do accounting, the most fascinating topic that we ever learn about is manufacturing. So our subject teacher tries by all means to make that topic real to us. She brings little bits, and we must know how to add factory overheads with raw material cost, work in progress, and how can we calculate each unit, how can we calculate electricity from each unit. That's how she really makes it real for us. My dream about this program is to see it in every school in this country, because it will help every learner to understand subjects much more easier, to always think about what to produce rather than finishing matric and then going begging for a job to someone else and working for someone else.
Being an entrepreneur doesn't mean only making profit, but it also means giving back to the community and creating jobs in the country and to develop our country. So I think that working as a collaboration also helps us, because they are able to spread the word of advertisement to the surroundings, and people can get into business contact with us.
Effective entrepreneurship education involves parents, community members, business people, and other relevant stakeholders as partners in the development of the learners in pursuit of their creation of a culture of entrepreneurship.
Our school provides the excellent and quality education of entrepreneur education. In order to fight job scarcity and alleviate poverty that is among South Africa, our school transfers skill and empowering learners to be entrepreneurs of tomorrow.
being an entrepreneur, you don't need to have a degree. You just need determination and to just have entrepreneurial qualities, which are having to be a risk taker and willpower, and having willpower to overcome obstacles, and having good management and leadership skills.
In our school, we have programs like Dream Girls and Wayfarers, who are mainly to inspire other learners of entrepreneurship and self-sustainment.
Our school has vision and aims, and the school vision is to be disciplined, democratic, and have a professionally run institution that will provide quality education for learners. Our aims are to promote culture of teaching and learning, to maintain discipline in the school, to have sound financial management, to ensure participation of all stakeholders, and to enrich respect for human rights.
Effective entrepreneurship education has clearly defined aims and objectives that it intends to achieve in a particular school. It measures itself regularly against these aims and objectives to evaluate progress made and to devise strategy.
We're using recycled materials such as bottles and bottle caps because I'm just lying around and creating pollution around our school.
And we used paint with cement and glue. That's what we use, and we recycle the glasses from the people, the neighbors.
The Simama Ranta Entrepreneurship Education Competition is one of the Eskom Development Foundation programs aimed at investing the future of our country. These are the entrepreneurs of the future, and we encourage more young South Africans to consider becoming job creators other than job seekers. And the idea is really simple. We want to unearth and encourage all the high schools that are taking matters into their own hands. These are schools that are teaching their learners practical ways of being entrepreneurs. We can't keep sending our children to school to study to be employees, especially when job opportunities are decreasing instead of increasing.
Entrepreneurship skills or education says, open your eyes, look at the needs, yours, your parents, which makes your family needs, and your community's needs. Find an opportunity to solve whatever the need is in that community. What you've just demonstrated this morning is you want to get onto the bandwagon of people who produce, who sells to everybody else, and keep the rand flowing. Simama Ranta. We're building the rand.
Effective entrepreneurship education supports initiatives that have been initiated by learners in a manner that enhances the self-motivation of such learners.
It's what we call our so awesome green stove. It's a simple green stove that we have produced using normal cow dungs. Then the methane that is inside this tank is going to be transferred to this, what we call an air tank or air tank. This helps us because it is very cheap and we help our community.
Firstly, what is an entrepreneur? You must know what is an entrepreneur so that you can identify the learner that is living entrepreneurship. You may notice an entrepreneur learner by having the characteristics of an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur must have a vision. An entrepreneur must be creative. An entrepreneur must be a problem solver, a goal orientator.
I see myself and others as great business conquerors of the great business world, striving to achieve and being the best we can be. I see us as very successful entrepreneurs of the future.
Being a learner who is an entrepreneur, you need to develop some skills that will help you in future. They can help you at school. They can help you anytime you meet a challenge and you can be able to face a challenge. You must have determination. And determination, it is to figure out something, and you must be firm about what you are doing. You must be firm about what you are going to do in future.
This is made from a palm tree bark. So we also use a cutter so that we can able to cut it out. So then we use the pine from the pine tree. This to make all this. Then we put them on using wood glue. Then after we use varnish so that it could be nice and neat like this.
Effective entrepreneurship education ensures whole school involvement in a manner that appreciates and enhances the role that the Provincial Department of Basic Education, DB, district offices, school governing body, principal, school management, administrative staff, and teaching staff has to play.
It is up to you to change the world. Don't allow anyone to tell you that you cannot do something. Protect your dreams. Never give up. You need to say this statement to yourself each and every single day and say, no matter how hard it is or how hard it gets, I am going to make it. Whenever you proclaim something positive over your life and say, I am going to be successful, no matter what, I'm going to be successful, no matter what, I'm going to be successful, you say that every day to yourself and eventually you become successful. I'll repeat. People become rich in life not because they do certain things, but they become rich because they do things in a certain way.
We cannot always build the future for the youth, but we can build our youth for the future. If we take a look at what Eskom and EWIT are doing, is that they help us put together all the skills of an entrepreneur, like they're helping us tap into our entrepreneurial minds.
Effective entrepreneurship education promotes entrepreneurship as a career choice amongst all learners of a school.
Our clubs help us to develop skills,
conduct research, how to use and manufacture resources or acquire them, handwork, thinking and mental activities, managing funds. As an entrepreneur, you look for gaps in the market. If ever your business is going to be profitable, is it feasible, and will it sustain you for a long period of time?
Together with our fellow learners, we form a force that is capable of overcoming the challenges of today and tomorrow.
Every step we take is with this in mind. Every mile we walk together with our communities. Through this project, we aim to create a sustainable and lasting change in our schools. Never standing still, always moving forward. From strength to strength, this is our goal.
Fellow learners, I want to encourage you to seize the moment, seize the day. Skills and also knowledge is what is needed to be an entrepreneur.
Don't let the opportunity to learn how to be a great entrepreneur pass you by. Who are we not to be brilliant, amazing, talented, smart, and entrepreneurs?
We're the pioneers of innovation, ladies and gentlemen, working towards greatness, placing sustainability in the driving seat to defy limits and reach remarkable results, empowering our learners to their triumph in the pursuit of growth and prosperity.
So we make these to sell them, and some people can't afford to actually buy them, so it's for hire.
As an entrepreneurship, you need to organize. You need to know what you will need to do your business, how you will start your business. You need to organize everything. You need to know how to market your products. Together, everyone achieves more. So if we work as a team, we might achieve more than you ever thought.
Entrepreneurship education gives learners a chance to showcase their entrepreneurial skills and make them think of new creative and innovative ideas, and it makes them think to their best of their abilities. When it comes to entrepreneurship education, learners need to be passionate about what they are learning and taking the opportunity to develop their thinking skills as well as their entrepreneurship skills.
We believe in the power of entrepreneurship and the entrepreneurial spirit to tackle their global challenges, transform communities, create jobs, spur economic growth, and last but not least, close the gap that confronts far too many individuals in this country and approximately the whole world. One of the bravest things we did is that we involved the community.
Effective entrepreneurship education makes use of effective outreach and networking strategies.
Nothing can take away the power of entrepreneurship. If we put more effort on this amazing program, there'll be more great news. Let us stand up, look up, and go up. All of that can only be achieved if we believe in entrepreneurship.
They say action is the foundational key to all success. Learner entrepreneurship can be integrated into school curriculum due to this. Massive changes brought by population growth, technology, globalization, not only demand but also create opportunities for mass entrepreneurship, but also create and thus require everyone to be globally minded, creative, and entrepreneurial. Our aim in this action is to use entrepreneurship education to develop our communities and our country as a whole, and we do this to alleviate poverty in our country. We are the job creators of tomorrow. We are the future JSEs, and we are the future economy of our country, South Africa.
What we see in entrepreneurial stance of Eskom Simama Ranta, you took simple things and made wonderful things. Things that will satisfy the community, things that will benefit your society. And that's what learners within the entrepreneurship education are. They are initiators, but they also take each and every opportunity, taking the initiative to make it possible. If there's no certain opportunity granted for you, make sure that you create that opportunity. Be an opportunist. Entrepreneurial education learners need to be community need satisfiers. You need to identify a certain need in the community, make the money within, but also benefiting the society in this purpose by supplying them with what they need. Entrepreneurs are not complacent, but are always up for the challenge that is posed to them. That's why they know the ever-changing needs of the society. They take the opportunity, making sure that it works. They initiate and change their game. They satisfy the community while being business-minded. And learners within entrepreneurship education, they are game changers. They're very flexible. Whether the season throws you with hard times, you can make sure you retaliate and bring up all the good stuff, meaning they change the game. The more you're not taking action, the more money you're losing. And as an entrepreneur, you don't want that. You don't want to lose money. You want to make sure your bank account is clicking each and every minute.
Really inspires me, and then I wish that next year we can expand on what we have done and then increase on the number of learners that take part in the entrepreneurship project.
Whatever money which you are going to get, we are going to pump those monies into this entrepreneurship project.
The biggest part of that will be used to fundraise more money, to assist new learners coming in for them to start off with a program.
There's big money here. The prices are huge. And if you're giving the school the money, you're giving it to the club. So the idea here is that the money comes in and the learners use that money to improve through the entrepreneurial activities, the school, and learn the skills. If the schools can also use that money to generate their own activities to become more independent, it wouldn't be the black hole that the money goes and gets lost into. Simama Ranta has matured to this level now. And now this is where the real capacity building and ownership comes in. It just shows how flexible young people are. If you just give them the chance, they're going to take the bull by the horns and say, we can do this. I'm actually seeing almost a 10% growth. This is the good thing about the competition.
US's role is that of a catalyst. There's no way that we could have predicted that the impact would have been what it is.
Fellow entrepreneurs, let's make sure that we are business-minded, we are creative, we are opportunists, we are innovators.
Simama Ranta. We're building the Rand.